Now, today on episode 4, let's talk about the 5 mistakes that people make when judging a property. And if you've missed the previous episode, I want you to go back and watch the previous episode from episode 1 down to episode 4 so that you would understand how far we've come. Now, let's dive in. Now, the first mistake people make is judging the price of a property without comparing it with other property sales. Now, you don't just price a property. The first thing you need to do is you need to do a feasibility study of the surrounding properties so that you'll be sure that you are not overcharged. Now, the second mistake people make is ignoring title documents. You don't just rush to buy properties without first verifying the documents. You ensure that the documents are properly verified before you can make such purchase. Now, the third mistake people make is this: they focus on aesthetics over structural quality. Now, the truth is, there are many beautiful homes out there. But the question is this: how many of those beautiful homes are structurally safe? So when it comes to buying a property, you keep the aesthetics aside and ensure that the structure you are buying is structurally safe before you can even think of the aesthetics. Don't go and buy a fine property that would collapse even before you do a housewarming party. Now, this now leads us to the fourth mistake people make: buying a property based on hype without doing a proper planned research. Now, the fact that this property is a new hot cake in town does not mean you should rush and buy that property without doing your proper research. The first question you need to ask yourself is this: does this property I want to buy, does it even fit my lifestyle? Or what can be the outcome of this property in the nearest future? So don't just rush and buy a property without doing your proper research. And the last mistake people make before buying a property is thinking the cheapest property is always the best deal. Well, that's not true, because cheap does not always mean better. But listen, price and value are not the same thing. The cheapest property can become the most expensive mistake you would make if you ignore the details. And if you want to know if a property is overpriced, see you in the last episode. And as you know, I'm the billionaire architect, and I help you avoid costly building mistakes that could save you millions. See you in the last episode.